Welcome to another edition of L.I.F.T Tutoring. As always, this episode of L.I.F.T Tutoring is brought to you by liking and subscribing to the channel and by buying Estelle and Gustav. You are helping support the ventures of L.I.F.T Tutoring. Okay, welcome to another edition of L.I.F.T Tutoring. As you can see, I don't have a superhero shirt or a cartoon shirt on today, but I have a plethora, vocabulary word, of figures in front of me today. Today, I want to talk to you about how important predictions are when you are talking to your children about anything that they are reading, anything that they are seeing, any movie they might be going to see, anything that you might be about to do. Predictions are an important part of cognitive development because they allow for children to be able to use their imagination to figure out what's next based on what makes sense for their previous knowledge and what they know. So a lot of times you have children who sometimes just come up with stuff right off the top of their head for no reason, and you follow up with, well, how do you know that, or why do you think that? How and why questions are extremely important. What's extremely important? How and why questions are extremely important. What's extremely important? How and why questions. So when you're getting children to predict about something, I don't know, maybe something big like Avengers 4, they need to be able to predict based on prior knowledge, not just something that they think is going to happen where they think the My Little Ponies are going to show up and beat Thanos. That makes no sense. What's extremely important? How and why questions. That makes no sense based on the context of what the movies have presented them so far. So today, I want to go in kind of a different direction, and with the signs of the times, there is a wonderful video game coming out called Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That game comes out on December 7th. Now, if you are a Super Smash Bros. Fan, you realize that over the years since Super Smash Bros. Was released on Nintendo 64, that they started off with 8 main characters. We are now at a whopping 76 characters! We are at 76 characters. There are going to be 76 playable characters for the new Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. One of the things I want to do as a Super Smash Bros. Fan, and having played the game since its inception on Nintendo 64, on GameCube, on the Wii, and the Wii U, after playing its 4 Inception, well no, and the 3DS, so it's 5 Inceptions technically, I wanted to do my own list of who I think is going to be available next year for the DLC. For the uninitiated and the parents who are watching this video, DLC means downloadable content. There are people who have different predictions about who these characters are going to be, but these are my top 5, starting with who I would really love, who I would like to see in there, all the way to number 1 of who I really want to see in there, and I believe there's merit for. These are just my opinion. And if you have top 5 that you think are going to be in Super Smash Bros., please, go to the comments below and we can have a wonderful conversation about who you think is going to be in there as well. Here are L.I.F.T Tutoring's top 5 DLC Super Smash Bros. Characters that we want, and backing up with a little bit of prior knowledge as to why I think they're going to be in there. Number 5, Waluigi. Okay, so admittedly so, I'm not a huge Waluigi fan. I think he was just another character made to kind of satiate the balance of having a Wario, the Mario and a Wario, and so you made a Waluigi, and you made him, really skinny and tall, opposite of short, stubby, and fat of Wario. But from what I've read and from what I've seen, there are a lot of Waluigi fans out there that really want Waluigi to be a playable character and not just an assist trophy. So Waluigi gets my vote for number 5 in anticipated characters that I want in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate when the DLC comes out next year. It'd be interesting to see his moveset. I honestly couldn't tell you what his moveset would be other than the meme of him, stomping people into the ground. That would have to be one. But other than that, I couldn't really I couldn't really tell you because I'm not a huge Waluigi fan. But you in the comments, you out there in YouTube, you out there on the internet, help me out. Tell me what you think his movesets could be. His special attack, his down B, up B, left and right B. Please let me know what you think his, and then his ultimate smash attack would be. That'd be great. Let's do it in the comments section. All right, number 4. I was a little bit hesitant about putting this person in there because they're kind of an echo character, but I feel as if this would be amazing for the franchise if they were able to get this particular character in there, especially considering that they already made waves going third party with another character in the series. I'm talking about none other than Knuckles. We have to get Knuckles in Super Smash Bros. Knuckles is probably an echo character, but not really, because you could make Knuckles more of a close combat fighter. You could make him a little bit stronger than Sonic is. He doesn't have to quite be as fast. His glide move could probably be one of the best recovery for a side B special move. Could be work wonders. Now, you can't make him too strong, and you can't make him too fast. I get that, but if you can really play up the fact that he is more of a brawler, and the fact that he's still got some speed, but he can be a little bit more all around than Sonic is, I think Knuckles would be an excellent DLC character. And as much as I would want Tails in the game, I don't foresee a scenario where Tails is as fun to play as Sonic is right now. Number 3. Now, admittedly so, we haven't really seen or heard any rumblings of this possibly happening. But I feel like when I've been on YouTube and when I've been in the darkest corners of the internet as far as video game geekdom, I believe I've seen this at least once or twice. And if Sakurai made this happen, I think he'd be doing service to a lot of fans, and he'd be probably doing service to a lot of younger fans as well. But we need Spyro the Dragon. Spyro would be great because Spyro has nostalgia. Spyro has, he's a dragon. I mean, he's a dragon. Kids love dragons. And his moveset would be very, very interesting. He could have a couple of flutters to get back on the stage as a recovery. He could have so many potentials for his up B. He could have easy potentials for his smash attack with a huge ball of fire, whatever it is. He's a dragon. Number 2. Crash Bandicoot. It's time. It's time. Crash Bandicoot needs to be in Super Smash Bros. We need to have the old big 3 of Sonic, Mario, and Crash going against each other once and for all. Because I was born in '86. When I came up, game consoles had mascots. The mascot for Sega was Sonic. The official mascot for Sega was Sonic. The official mascot for Nintendo was Mario. And the unofficial, because Sony never claimed it, but it was always who it was Crash Bandicoot. Before licensing and he left and went on GameCube and all sorts of other stuff. Crash Bandicoot was Sony. To have Crash Bandicoot, Mario, and Sonic in one game would not only be a dream of mine come true, but I think it would do so much for the Smash community to have Crash Bandicoot in the game. Finally, we made it to number 1. If you haven't already guessed this is where I'm going, you no longer need to guess. We need another Japanese superstar in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We got Ryu in there already. We got Cloud in there already. It is time, Nintendo. It is time, Sakurai. It is beyond time to finally put Son Goku in Super Smash Bros. If you want this to be the ultimate game, you have to put Goku in Super Smash Bros. Now, I would love Gohan, and I would love Piccolo to be in there, and I would love maybe even Cell or Frieza if you could put a bunch of the Dragon Ball universe in there, but that's not going to happen. So if you could pick one person, Sakurai, from the Shonen Jump series, please work out a deal with them and get Goku in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. There would be so many current fans, past fans, and future fans that will thank you. Thank you for watching the video. That has been my L.I.F.T Tutoring's top 5 people that prediction. This has been L.I.F.T Tutoring's top 5 predictions of who is going to make it into the DLC of the next Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Remember to keep chasing your joy. Learning is not a destination, it's a journey. Chase your infinity, and we will catch you in the next video. Welcome to another edition of L.I.F.T. Gotta come up with a label. I need the coffee. Oh, the coffee is so necessary. You know, this is actually a backpack. I just have to get the zipper fixed. I used to wear this all last year to school. Oh, Groot. Why did you have to fall? I'll pick you back up here. There you go. Wonder whatever happened to Valkyrie. That's a prediction for Adventures 4. What's going on with Valkyrie? Everybody keeps talking about Hawkeye, but I want to know what happened to Valkyrie. She wasn't even in Infinity War. It's going to be interesting.